Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar
And the
and on this
webs.
website on thisday.com.
I am sorry. Um, Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, my brain's not working as usual. Anyway, for links to those sources, the music done by
Problem.
Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Aozander, and I am joined by.
Shohin.
Yep. And today is Thursday, also known as Thursday, October 6, 2022. So why
Yes.
don't you start us off today here in the year 105 BC? Oh.
Yeah. 105 BC, the Battle of Arlisso. Oh, come on. With the birthdays? Got it. The Battle of 105 BC, Battle of Arlisso, the Free inflict the heaviest defeat on the Roman army of Aeneas, Malus Maximus.
Huh. Hmm.
Yep.
Alright.
And another battle. Ooh. In 68 BC, Battle of Adrastia, Lasurius averts the bad omen of this day by defeating Tigranes of Tigranes the Great of Armenia. Okay,
Hmm. So he averted the bad omen, so that's good.
I
Yeah.
really mean he did it.
Huh.
This is postponed it probably.
Yeah. And Atraxia
Oh,
sounds like Demacia from League of Legends or whatever.
yeah.
Atraxia!
Ooh, fuck. 1111. Make a wish.
I wish for humanity to become extinct.
For Odun the seventh becomes Earl of Flanders.
Huh.
Ideally.
Stupid, sexy Flanders in his ski suit. It's like it feels you're wearing nothing at all, you know? Moving on up into 1499, French King Louis XII occupied Milan. Alright. Then in 1683, 13 Mennonite families from Germany
Yeah.
founded Germantown in Philadelphia. Oh, okay. I remember reading some. Well, there was another
Cool.
article a while ago about something like that as well. So, but then in 1783, Benjamin Hanks patented a self-winding clock. So look at that. And then 1789, French Revolution. Louis the 15th, no 16th, returned to Paris from Versailles after being confronted by the Parisian women on October 5th. Oh yeah, that's right. They were marching yesterday. The women's marching for their rights and whatnot. So this is the aftermath. So they didn't kill him. Okay. Then you got some more French stuff here in 1811.
Yep. Eight. Yeah, we okay. 1811. French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte visits Utrecht.
Hmm. Okay. 1849. That's nasty.
1849, the execution of 13 martyrs of Arad after the Hungarian War of Independence.
Dang. Well, if they weren't executed, they wouldn't have been martyrs. So, yeah. Well, there's a fire in 1854.
Yeah. 1854, the Great Fire of Newcastle and Gate started shortly after midnight, leading to 53 deaths and 100 injured.
Dang. Yeah, fire's not something to screw around with, you know. Well, as I failed the first time. Ooh, this is interesting. In 1857. You there?
Yeah, 1857. Yep. 1857, the first American Chess Congress hosted by the American Chess Association in New York City, New York, won by All Morphe, November 10th.
Huh. Okay. So this goes on for like over a month. Sounds like. So that's crazy. It's a long time to play chess. No. Let's see here. 1861, revolt of Russian students shuts down University of Petersburg. And then 2 years later, in 1863, Dr. Charles H. Shepard opened the first public bath in Brooklyn. So I wonder, like a bathhouse, like a Roman bathhouse or something, or is this a bathroom?
Yeah.
You know.
One of those bathhouses.
Ah, okay. That's kind of yeah, not like yeah, sanitary is the word I'm thinking about. So, but then 1866, the first train robbery in the U.S. occurred from the Reno brothers who took $13,000. Didn't we research that a while ago? Somebody was asking about the first train robbery, and then
Yes.
yeah. But then 1871, Fisk Jubilee Singers, a black U.S. Capella ensemble from Nashville's Fisk University, began the first national tour of U.S. in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. What's a Jubilee singer? What is a Jubilee singer? Fuck off security. There we go. There we go. The Fisk Jubilee Singers. Okay. They were a black U.S. Capella ensemble consisting of students at Fisk University. The first group was organized in 1871 to tour and raise funds for the college. The early repertoire consisted mostly of traditional spirituals, but included some songs by Stephen Foster. For further reading on this subject matter, please refer to the underbar in the description below. That will contain a link right now. Alright. Anyway, your turn. 1876 looks interesting for me personally. And in 1882, that's pretty cool.
1876, American Library Association organized in Philadelphia.
Yeah, libraries, a good thing, you know. Just go out and read some books, people.
1882, First World Series baseball game won. Cincinnati Red Stockings beat Chicago White Stockings 4-0 at Bank Street Ground, Cincinnati.
Dang, so that's the first World Series baseball game. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
On 1884,
Also,
1884 seems interesting to me at least. Actually, everything here. Huh.
1884, Naval War College forms in Newport, Rhode Island.
Nice.
Cool. Also, 1889, first known ascent of the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's largest peak, by German climber Hans Meyer and Austrian Ludwig Bernsteller.
That's cool.
And, yep, that is cool. 1889, Moulin Rouge opens in Paris.
I thought Moulin Rouge was a person, or like some kind of thing. What is Moulin Rouge?
The place.
Okay.
The burlesque club.
Okay. It's a burlesque house. Anyway, also in 1889, Thomas Edison, boo Edison, showed his first motion picture. Not his invention. He just took it and copyrighted it and all that stuff. So, but yeah, the first motion picture on this day. Okay. It would be better if it wasn't this piece of shit, but yeah. Anyway, 1890, General Conference of the Latter-day Saints outlaws polygamy, which that's a lie because to this day a lot of Mormons still practice polygamy. So, but then 3 years later, 1893, Nabisco Foods invented cream of wheat. So. Good thing for old people who have no teeth, you know, they can just eat their wheat cream style, which sounds really disgusting. But
yeah, it's still open.
Moulin Rouge.
Yep.
Wow. So that's 2022 minus 1893, 1889 equals 133 years. So happy 133rd birthday, Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, and pretty much 2 shows every night.
Dang.
For 9 and 11.
That's not good. I would do it. I would do it at like 8 and 10, maybe, just to avoid triggering some people who were, I don't know, around during a certain event in 2001. But anyway, 1896, Filipino nationalist Jose Rizal was arrested en route to Cuba via Spain and imprisoned in Barcelona. More political prisoners and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, 1898, just because of the funny. That looks interesting right there. Then 1903 as well looks cool. But of course, it's your decision, sir.
Yeah, 1898. Gustav Mahler conducted a Wiener Philharmonic concert.
Yeah, the first Wiener Philharmonic concert. Reminds me of that South Park thing with J.A. or whoever was doing the
George R. R. Martin.
yeah, Wiener, 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 you know. Anyway, let's move on up to 1903. Finally breaking into the 1900s here.
I was about to say this. Phi Mu Alpha Sinforia fraternity founded same year, 1898. Pi Mu Alpha Sinfonia fraternity founded at the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, fraternity.
And in 1903, the High Court of Australia sits for the first time.
Good. I wonder, are they a high court because they're the top, or are they a high court because it's something else? You know, that makes me wonder.
I don't know. Also, 1911, Beatrix van Rijk becomes first licensed Dutch woman pilot.
Nice. That's pretty cool. 1911, Boston Rustlers future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Cy Young MLB farewell appearance was a letdown. Lost 13-3 to Brooklyn Dodgers in his 906th game. Ooh, what a way to go out. That's not good. So, I blame his haircut. But anyway, 1917, the Battle of Passchendaele. This was a big thing. There was a Somme, there was, the other battles and whatnot, but Passchendaele. Canadian troops captured the village of Passchendaele in the Third Battle of Ypres after 250,000 casualties in total both sides. So combined, right there. So 250,000 casualties for one city, or one village. A village, you know? Man, war is hell. I don't know how many times I've said that, and I'm just going to keep saying that, but that's crazy. But then 1918, the U.S. ship Otranto sunk between Scotland and Ireland, causing the deaths of 425 people. Oh, that sucks. Then in 1920, the first brothers opposed each other in a World Series. Cleveland's Wheeler Johnson pitched hits as brother Jimmy plays third base for Brooklyn. Okay. And I believe now it is your turn. 1921 looks interesting right there for me personally, because I want to get back into writing.
1921, International Pen Worldwide Association of Writers is founded in London.
Nice. International.
Also, 1922, the great powers of the First World War withdraw from Istanbul.
Yeah. Yeah, it always takes a while for people to trickle out, but eventually they do.
So that's the end of the Ottoman Empire, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah, that was Turkey now. They dissolved the empire, and they have Turkey and all the other places that are now their own countries, that used to be part of that empire. Just like Soviet Russia, So, or the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
So.
Also, let's see. 1923, USSR adopts experimental calendar. Yeah, experimental calendar. Sure. Everything that includes Stalin. Anything else is pointless.
Or as Ron Swanson said, everything before 1776 was a mistake. Huh. But anyway, talk about this baseball record here in 1926.
1926, Babe Ruth becomes the first MLB player to hit 3 home runs in a World Series game as New York Yankees beat St. Louis Cardinals 10-5 in Game 4 at Sportsman's Park, St. Louis.
Nice. That's cool. 1927, The Jazz Singer, directed by Alan Crosland, starring Al Jolson and Mae McAvoy, was released. This was the first film with a soundtrack and later received the Honorary Academy Award of 1928. Jazz Singer sounds death knell for silent movies. Oh, okay. Okay, so that ends the whole thing about silent movies, which I was told, I believe Alice told me this, back in the day, with silent movies, like, they weren't told what to play. They had to play, what they interpreted, during the movie. So no two showings were ever the same, and that's pretty cool. I'd like to experience something like that, So, anyway, 1928, Joseph Broz Tito was sentenced to 5 years in jail. Good. Yeah, this is the guy who, for some reason, decided to have an election to extend his reign. I think, maybe. I don't know. We talked about that yesterday.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, president of Yugoslavia and revolutionary. Wait a minute. No, this is not the same guy. The guy I was talking about was the dictator. So this is somebody else. So this guy, he was a president of Yugoslavia and a revolutionary. So it sounds like he got imprisoned due to political disagreements. And then we got a PGA Championship in 1920. PGA Championship Men's Golf, 5 Farms Country Club. Leo Deagle dominated Al Espinoza 6-5 in the final to win the first of his 2 consecutive titles. Nice. Ooh, here we go. Sohan, what a way to start your turn. 1939, unless you found something else.
Yeah, 1935. Market Street Railway, San Francisco starts using trackless trolley coaches.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Wait, how can you be a railway and not have tracks? Market Street Railway, trackless?
Wireless, probably.
But no, it says trackless. Like,
I know. It's weird.
No, I think it's like wheeled trolleys.
Well, it's wheeled now.
Yeah, but how can you call yourself a railway if you're not using rails? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Now, 1939,
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler announces plans to regulate Jewish problem. Also in 1939, another Hitler thing. Also, 1939, Adolf Hitler denies he intends to go to war against France and Britain. Boy, that's a lie. That's a goddamn lie.
That's funny. I like your funny words, Mustache Man. Hey, you liar. And then with 1940, Zoological Gardens opened at Sloat and Skyline Boulevards in San Fran, Cali. That's cool. Let's see here. Then we have a historic event in 1943. Himmler wanted acceleration of final solution. Yeah, look at that guy. Like, yeah, he looks like a punk. He have punchable face that guy has right there. Like, yeah. Anyway, then 1944, Canadians free Austria. So that's cool. And then, let's see here. Okay, 1945, U.S. General Eisenhower was welcomed to The Hague on Hitler's train, of all things. So that's weird. So he rode Hitler's train. That's a power move right there. riding the transportation of the person who controlled the country you just conquered.
Of the Führer.
Yeah.
Rode the Führer's train?
Yeah, apparently. That's a Chad move right there. Anyway, 1 year later though, damn, that's crazy in Cleveland. It's your turn, Sohan.
Sure. 1946, the 90 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest temperature ever recorded in Cleveland, Ohio in October.
Dang. That's hot. 90 degrees is hot no matter where you go, and in Cleveland of all places, like wow. So, but then another 1946 here raises my eyebrow.
Yeah. Also in 1946, President Harry Truman questions Great Britain about Jews, the Great Britain Jews about Palestine.
Yep, he was probably saying like, "Hey, you know, are you like you're gonna stay in your you're gonna stay in your limits, right? Like, we're carving out a plot for you guys just for you, so don't get too greedy." And then now look at where we're at. Palestine is not even on the map anymore.
It's like, hey, don't be a dick.
Yeah, well, they proceeded to be dicks. So, yep.
We're not being dicks. We're being assholes.
Yeah, well, yeah. What was the quote? Like, you'd rather be a dick than be an asshole because assholes get fucked by dicks. So.
That's a fuck. That's from Team America World Police.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, we got a music one here, 1948. Polonaise musical featuring works of Frédéric Chopin opens at Alvin Theater, New York City, runs for 113 performances.
Nice.
Yo, he's known for the Funeral March, by the way.
Oh, wait, no, that was the Imperial March.
That was it.
That one, yeah.
Known for it.
Okay. And that reminds me, did you know, like, you know the circus song? Like, you know, that tune? That was actually, like, invented by, like, some kind of general or something of the Austrian army, I think. And it was supposed to be, like, a marching thing to strike fear into the heart of his enemies. And now it's used as slapstick entertainment songs. So, yeah. Then 1948, an earthquake in Ashgabat killed 100,000 people in the Turkmen Soviet Socialist Republic. Ooh. Dang.
Damn.
Then also
Two words that...
What?
Two words I didn't think of will coexist each other. Turkmen. Turk and Soviet.
Uh-huh. Turk and Soviet. Like, who are the people who are always, like, doing that squat thing? Slovak, right? The Slovene squat? You know, when you're wearing, like, the Adidas track pants and the shoes, and you're always, like...
Slavs.
Slovenia, okay.
The Slavics.
Yeah, Yugoslavia. Anyway, 1948, paleoanthropologist Mari Leakey found the first partial fossil skull of Proconsul africanus, an ancestor of apes and humans on Rushinga Island, Kenya. Ooh. So let me take a look at this here. Africanus. Ah, okay. Images. Little monkey. Cool. So one of our descendants. And then, let's see here. We got another historic event. 1949, U.S. President Harry Truman signed Mutual Defense Assistance Act, which later became NATO, which is the National Atlantic Treaty Organization. Well, actually, no, this was for NATO, not NATO. This was for NATO, so... Alright. What is it? Mutual Defense Assistance Act. I believe I already know what this is, but just let's take a look at this. It was for U.S. foreign policy. It was the first U.S. military foreign aid legislation of the Cold War era and initially to Europe. So I'm going to add this link in the underbar. Anyway, I believe it is now your turn, good sir.
Yeah, 1951. Joseph Stalin proclaims the Soviet Union has the atomic bomb.
That's frightening.
No, they probably didn't, but no one wanted to say no one wanted to tell him to his face.
Well, eventually they did. So.
No. I know. Just joking. 1952, Agatha Christie's play The Mousetrap opens in London, still running.
Damn.
To this day.
To this day, so 70 years. 70 years. So I you know, if I ever go visit Britain, I gotta see this play. You know, it's right now it is, as of, you know, at this moment as I'm talking, 70 years to the date. So, you know, and still.
I am not going to visit London.
What?
I am not going to visit London.
Why? I mean, why not? and I also understand why too. But like,
Only trying to get stabbed.
Oh well, that's true too. So you got some more.
I prefer to get stabbed in my own country. Right? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, out here at least we get stabbed with bullets. You know, like people can stab you from afar. It doesn't stop me from having a bigger stabber myself. So. Anyway, you got another music history here in 1956.
Also, 1956, Dmitri Sostakovich, 6 Iron Quartet premieres in Leningrad.
Huh, this guy again.
Ooh, here's another one, man.
Here you go.
Big Epidemic.
Yeah.
1956. The real one. 1956, scientist Albert Sabin announces that his oral polio vaccine is ready for testing. It would soon supplement Jonas Salk's vaccine in many parts of the world. Yes.
Nice. Yeah. I share my dad. Like my dad, like when he learned about polio and he saw these kids, these children, in iron lungs for the rest of their lives. Kill me, please, if that ever happens to me. Yeah, no, screw that. Like that's not a life. That's just existing. And yeah. Anyway, wow, 1959 is interesting.
Yeah. Also, 1959, Soviet Luna 3, the first successful photographic spacecraft, impacts Moon.
Well, that's unfortunate. A crash landing there. But I just saw, as you were reading, 1 year prior to that, 1958.
Okay. First, 1958, U.S. nuclear sub SS Seawolf remains a record 60 days under the North Pole.
So that longest time under the North Pole. Record for under North Pole. Let's see if it remains to this day. Record for submerged. Let's see here. Hold on a second. What is the record for longest time submerged under the North Pole? Guess I gotta be specific. Okay. Well, it's not telling me the exact thing. So, well, let's just say that this is the record. Anyone who's watching, if you want to prove me otherwise, please do. And post something in the comment section if this record has since been broken. But I think this is the longest time under the North Pole, still, to this day. So that's interesting. Anyway, why don't you take this film premiere in 1960? A really impactful movie here.
I will. 1960 Spartacus, directed by Stanley Kubrick and starring Kirk Douglas and Lawrence Oliver, premieres in New York City. Spartacus.
I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. Everybody's Spartacus. Anyway, 365 days later, in 1961, John F. Kennedy advised United States citizens to build fallout shelters. Well, that's not a good sign. The president's just like, yeah, start building a hole in your ground and pray that you won't die. So, jeez. In 1963, Barbara Streisand appeared on the Julie Garland Show. Okay. And then also in 1963, Baseball World Series, LA Dodgers edged New York Yankees 2-1 at Dodger Stadium for 4-0 series sweep. Most valuable player was Dodgers pitcher Sandy Koufax. And I curse you to this day, Sohan, for educating me on what the term edging means, because now I can never see the word in the same light again. Like, it's always going to be disgusting. Like, why do you do this to me? Why, Sohan? You have polluted my brain, you bastard.
Oh, God.
Anyway, you got a music single here in 65.
Yes, I do. 1965, the Supremes released I Hear a Symphony.
Huh. Alright. Ooh, 1966, the first one.
Yep, 1966. LSD, Largic Acid Diamphomate, is the first declared illegal in the state of California. Other states follow.
That's surprising. Well, actually, in the 60s, everything was a lot more leaning to the right, so that's actually kind of par for the course. But isn't it now legal in California? I should know. I'm in California, but like, I mean, they're straight up like passing. Like, there's a whole government thing recently with like heroin needles and whatnot. So, giving it to the homeless, all that shit. So, anyway, 1966, some sports history here with you.
1966 Orioles pitcher Jim Palmer, at 20, is youngest to record a World Series shutout as Baltimore beats LA Dodgers 6-0 in Game 2 at Dodger Stadium.
Damn, they got destroyed. 6-0. Jeez. Also, in 1966, there was a partial meltdown at Detroit's Fermi 1 nuclear reactor. So that's frightening. So, then 1967, Ashbury in San Francisco, hippies threw a funeral for Hippie to mark the end of the Summer of Love. Alright. And we're still living in the fallout of all that. So, then in 1972, a 22-car train carrying 2,000 pilgrims derailed, causing the deaths of 208 people in Mexico. That's unfortunate. So, then 1972 as well, Taoiseach, an Irish Prime Minister, Jack Lynch, closed the Sinn Féin office in Dublin. Okay, I guess it's politics stuff, closing down political offices and whatnot. Ooh, and here we go. Let's see here. 1973, the Yom Kippur War began when Syria and Egypt attacked Israel. Obviously, after Israel was being like very aggressive with them and poking at them to start a conflict. So, look into the history. You know, I'm not wrong. Israel's always been the aggressor. Even if they don't throw the first punch, they goat the other people to do so. And then they're like, oh, like, you know, oh, we're victims. So, anyway, Mr. Sohan, do you want to take 1976, the John Hathaway one? That's interesting.
Or 1976. The first one?
John Hathaway.
1976, John Hathaway completes 50,600-mile bicycle tour of every continent.
I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. That sounds so fun. You know? I just need the money. So, you know, you gotta eat. You know, you gotta replace parts. You know, maybe buy a whole new bicycle eventually. So. Anyway, let's continue on here.
1976, U.S. President Gerald Ford said there is no Soviet domination in Eastern Europe.
Huh. Yeah, sure. Anyway, what else?
Also, cunt.
What?
1978, Iraq declares Ayatollah Khomeini an undesirable person. Yes.
Funny. An undesirable person. Not even like calling him like, you know, any slurs or anything. He's just like, this guy just sucks, you know.
I think I said cunt.
Huh. I was confused at first. Also, in 1978, Mick Jagger apologized for racist lyrics in Some Girls. Okay, well, never apologize, dude. Like, you know, once you give complainers ground, then they're just gonna eat you alive. Like, so. But also in 1978, Royals George Brett hit 3 home runs. Yanks win championship game 3, 6-5. We got a film premiere in 1978. Terrence Malick's Days of Heaven film premiered, starring Richard Gere. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while. And this is definitely a Rhombus article here in 1979 with Harry Drake. If you want to take that, it's your turn, or you can jump on up into 1979. Up to you.
Okay, hold on.
All right. While you're being AFK, I'm going to take this one. Actually, 1979, Harry Drake set long-distance football shot record, or footbow shot record of 2,006 yards, 1 foot 9 inches. Footbow shot. What the hell is a footbow shot? Is that like using a bow and arrow with your feet? Footbow. Is it football or football? Like, what is football? I think that's a typo. What is football? Okay, I'm not getting anything about football, so this has to be a typo. So, anyway, have you returned, sir? Zone, you there? Anyway, 1979, Pope John Paul II was the first pope to visit the White House, meeting with President Jimmy Carter in Washington, D.C. Yeah, he was also...
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
It's pronounced foot, F-U-T.
No, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about football. But this says footbow. If you look at 1979, it says footbow. Like, you know, like a bow and arrow, you know? Do you see what I see?
Okay.
Do you see what I see?
See.
Anyway, you got an interesting one in 1980 here.
Yeah, 1980, John London, aka Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols, sentenced 3 months for 3 months imprisonment on assault charges.
Dang, it says here the Sex Pistols broke up. So did they break up because he ended up in jail? Like, they couldn't continue on without him? They couldn't
After Sid Vicious's death too.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would cause it, definitely.
Yeah. Johnny Rotten, cool dude, man.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a rock form of Johnny Knoxville.
He has citizenships in America and Britain.
Nice. Anyway, you got the NHL record here.
Mm-hmm. Also, 1983 Islanders Mike Bossy 25th career hat trick.
Alright. I still don't remember what a hat trick was.
When they do a trick, everybody just throw after they do an awesome play. I think everybody throws their hats.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good one. 1885 French McLaren driver Alain Prost clinches his first Formula One drivers' championship with a 4th place in the European Grand Prix at Brands Hatch.
Cool. Alright. You got some more sports history.
Yeah.
Also in 85.
Also 1985, New York Yankees knuckleballer Phil Necro becomes the 18th pitcher to win 300 games at 46, becoming oldest to pitch a shutout, beating Toronto 8-0.
Damn. That's a drumming right there, 8-0. And 2 words right there, knuckleballer and Phil Necro. Nikaro. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah, if people didn't read that exactly correct, that would have sounded wrong. So,
shit.
Yeah, 1985.
Also 1985, PC Keith Locke is murdered as riots erupt in the Broadwater Farm Estate in Tottenham, North London.
I'm wondering what is a PC? Oh, police constable. There we go. Because he's wearing a constabulary hat. He's wearing one of those, like, bobby hats, you know, from Britain. So I found his wiki here. I'm going to post that in the underbar here. The murder of Keith Blakelock. So, yeah. That sucks. Then the 1987 Faith single released by George Michael was later received the Billboard Song of the Year in 1988. I don't know why I was saying Billabong. Like, I don't know. My brain's weird. Then we got some more sports history. 1993, after 9 seasons and 3 championships with the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan announced his retirement from the NBA, only to return on March 18th, 1995, to lead the Bulls to another 3 NBA titles. Dang, that guy just can't stop, can he?
Then his ass goes to baseball, and it's went all downhill.
Yep. And then during that time, Sydney, Australia's stock market index went above 2,000 for the first time, so that's good. And then we got a historic event in 1996. Bob Dole and President Bill Clinton met in their first debate. Bob
Although,
Dole, Bob Dole,
no.
Bob Dole, Bob Dole, Bob Dole. If anybody understands what I just did, then yeah. Wasn't that a Family Guy reference? When Bob Dole was like losing energy saying his own name? Maybe it was South Park. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sohan.
No,
You get
it was Family Guy.
Okay. I remember Reagan
Also,
with the wall. So
1996. Wow. Lois and Clark fictional characters wed.
what?
The wed.
Oh, Lois and Clark. Okay, from Superman. Okay. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. There was a whole hullabaloo about that. It's like, oh my god, they're finally getting married. I'm like, oh my god, who cares? It's a comic book, you know. And I was a kid.
Yeah, 2000. President of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, Slobodan Milosevic resigns.
Ah. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about this guy over the past couple months. It's a name that's been drilled into my head. So.
Mm-hmm. Also, 2001 UK talent show Pop Idol debuts created by Simon Fuller with judges Simon Cowell, Pete Waterman, start of a worldwide Idol franchise.
Yep.
So, before American Idol, it was Pop Idol.
Yep. And then wasn't it like UK Idol or something? I mean, wasn't there something like that? Or am I just thinking about the Britain's Got Talent, like something else?
Yeah, Britain. Yeah, they also came out with Britain Has Talent first.
Yeah. And then America's Got Talent and all that stuff. What's really disgusting is that apparently that received like more voting action than, you know, our presidential elections. It's just like, good lord. People really need to like understand what's important, you know. So, but then in 2007, Jason Lewis completed the first human power circumnavigation of the globe. So that's interesting. Jason Lewis. You know what? Let me just copy this entire highlight thing and just see if I can. Because like, was he like on a bicycle or something? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So he was in a boat. Is that a paddle boat? Like, it doesn't have a mast, so there's no sails. So I'm wondering, like, if it's just a paddle boat or if he just kayaked. It's too big, really, to have an oar. You know? So I'm wondering how he did this. It says arms, leg, push Britain to glory. So he did it, like, I don't know. I'm wondering if it was a power boat. A paddle boat. Anyway, I present that as a challenge, yet another challenge to the viewers. Was that a paddle boat? Like, because that looked way too big to be like a canoe or something, you know? Anyway, let's see here. We got an album released in 2009. Manhattan Records released The List, the 12th studio album by singer Roseanne Cash, with song selections culled from a list of 100 titles that her father compiled and gave her when she decided to pursue a career in music. The album features guest appearance by Bruce Springsteen, Jeff Tweedy, Elvis Costello, and Rufus Wainwright. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. That's pretty cool. Then in 2012, Paolo Gabriele, Pope Benedict the 16th's butler, was found guilty of leaking confidential documents and sentenced to 18 months imprisonment. Wow. Wow. It's always a butler. It's always a butler in the pantry with the candlestick. You know, if you ever played Clue. So. Anyway, Sohan, this first 2013, that's a little rough.
Yeah.
If you want that.
2013, 53 people are killed in a political clash in Egypt.
Dang. That's not cool. So.
Also, 2014, John O'Keefe made Britt Moser and Eva Moser win the 2014 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine.
Alright. Good on them.
Also, 2017, Nobel Peace Prize awarded to the international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. I can.
But can you? That's the big question. The U.S. certainly can. You know, neither can Russia or China, or Israel. So, And in 2018, Brett Kavanaugh was confirmed and sworn onto the U.S. Supreme Court amid protests after an FBI investigation. Huh. Damn. Yeah, Kavanaugh, like, I've been hearing a lot about that guy. Then 2018 as well, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
The Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, that one. Dagestan. You want to take this?
You can continue.
Okay. Defeated Irishman Conor McGregor by fourth round submission in UFC lightweight title fight in Las Vegas. Instantly marred by ugly post-fight brawling incident. Belt withheld pending investigation.
Yeah. There was a bunch of shit that happened in this one, man. He was talking all type of shit about the guy's father, the guy's religion. He's a Muslim. Got on the bus, started altercations. So in the fight, this man literally trying to choke this man out. Like, really try to choke this fucking man out. Like, tried to kill this fucker.
Wow.
And then after that, McGregor has a fight with some, I think his brother out. Yeah, later. Bunch of shit happened.
So McGregor's a racist.
McGregor tried starting shit, and, well, he got this shit back at him.
Yeah, fuck around and find out, essentially. So,
But the beat was trying to fuck him up.
Yeah. I wonder if this is what led to that Flash Gets, I think it was Flash Gets, the crazy Conor McGregor, when he was always after people's belts.
Yeah. Give me your belt.
Give me your belt. Give it to me. Damn right, I'm gonna give you my belt. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you my belt.
You've been a naughty, naughty boy. It's whack, whack, whack.
Okay, continue. Yeah, some more.
2019, 99 Iraqis have died and 4,000 injured in protests over 5 days against living conditions, unemployment, and corruption, according to Human Rights Group. Well, here we go. Like, isn't there something going on in Iraq right now, or is that somewhere else? Like,
Iran. With the Women's Revolution.
Yeah. Dang. And also in 2019, I remember this. Tens of thousands of Hong Kong protesters marched in defiance of a new ban on face masks. Defiance on the ban on face... What? That doesn't make any sense.
No,
something's wrong here. Why would they...
They weren't banning face masks. They was banning the fucking social credit score thing.
Yeah.
The human rights thing.
Wow, so our source is straight up lying about the reason why they're protesting, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you heard it here. On This Day is a leftist, Chinese-controlled, organization, it seems. So, yeah, this didn't make any sense.
But they wouldn't tearing down polls because of face mask.
Yeah. This was before. That was even before the whole pandemic thing. That was 2019. And the whole COVID thing started about a month or so from now, back in 2019. At least for China. At least on the records, that's what it says. But anyway, and then 2021, just last year, World Health Organization Dictator General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus recommended world's first malaria vaccine, Mosquirix, for children after a pilot program was effective in Africa. No, I think it's just going after
malaria.
Now. Yeah. No, there's something sinister going on behind the veil with this. I don't know. When it comes to the WHO, the World Health Organization, not the band, I just don't trust them anymore. Or the CDC, or any form of governmental body. I don't trust anything. But anyway, before we go on bursts and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most, audience? Anything that you want us to elaborate on? Anything that you want to elaborate on? Do you have knowledge that we didn't say, or anything involving something? Leave a comment in the comment section. Open up a dialogue. Let's keep the information going. Anyway,
it'd be a good time to do the split too.
I know. I was literally just about to say I'm going to do the split, and then we're going to do burst and death. So here we go. All right, welcome to part 2. We are moving on into burst and deaths. Mr. Soen, you want to start us off in 1289?
Yes, 1289. Wenceslas III of Bohemia, King of Hungary, 1301 to 1305, and King of Bohemia and Poland, 1305 to 1306. Born in Prague, Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic. Died 1306.
I was gonna say I don't think Portland was around, but maybe it was like like a Portland in Europe or something. Because there is a Portland in Oregon, and there's a Portland somewhere on the east as well. So
Yes.
yeah.
In a good time jump to 1769, Isaac Brock, British Army officer, defended Upper Canada in War of 1812, born in St. Peter Port, Guernsey.
Huh. He died in 1812. It looks like. So
Yeah.
so a British Canadian guy. That's cool.
Died in battle.
Yeah. Oh, George Westinghouse. Boo! This piece of crap. Him and Edison. 1846. George Westinghouse, a American entrepreneur and engineer. Air brakes, alternating current system. Are you kidding me? He straight up stole. Oh well, because Tesla was working for Westinghouse, so he stole his invention of alternating current. So right there, I know this guy took Tesla's, invention. So I don't think he invented air brakes either. Born in Central Bridge, New York, died in 1914. Westinghouse, may you rot in hell, you piece of filth. So, anyway, then we have Le Corbusier in 1887, also known as Charles Jeanneret, was a Swiss-French architect, city planner, and artist. Urbanisme, born in La Chaux de France, dying in 1965. Let me look this up here. What does this look like? Let's see. Okay. Urbanisme just looks like a book or something of urban planning or something. So, anyway, your turn, Mr. Sohead.
Yes, 19. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's the lady whose head is shaped like a pea.
Okay.
Anyway, go
1905, Helen Willis Moody, American tennis player, 19 Grand Slam titles, born in Centerville, California, died 1998.
Dang. So she was
And
93.
Yep. 1906, Janet Gaynor, American actress, Sunrise, A Star is born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, died 1984.
Well, that's pretty cool. She was in a movie called A Star is Born, and this is her birthday. So a star was born. Yeah. We have Thor. What a name. Thor Heyerdahl, 1914, a Norwegian anthropologist and explorer. Kon-Tiki Aku, born in Larvik, died in 2002. And Fanny Lou Hammer, 1917. Actually, it's your turn, right? No, it's my turn.
Turn.
Wait, your turn.
Your turn.
Okay. Fannie Lou Hammer, in 1917, an American civil rights activist, Freedom Summer Students Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, born in Montgomery County in Mississippi, dying in 1977. Dang. It looks like she's crying in the photo, like her mascara is streaking. I don't know. Anyway, now it's your turn.
Okay. 1930, Hassan al-Assad, general and president of Syria. 1971 to 2000, born in Kurhara, Ari State, Syria. Died 2000.
Ooh, back to back. Look at this. Another 1930.
Also 1930, Richie Bernard, Australian cricket all-rounder and captain, 62 test, 248 wickets, NSW.
I think that stands for New South Wales. I don't know what CA
New South
stands
Wales.
for, though.
NCA, and broadcaster, 9 Networks, BBC, born in Penrith, Australia.
He died in 2015. That's
Yep.
So yeah, no, cricket always, like, cricket is the one subject where if you read the thing verbatim, it still feels like you've had a stroke. So we have Bruno Sammartino, 1935, an Italian U.S. strongman and professional wrestler, born in Pizzo Ferrazzo, Italy, dying in 2018.
Yes, he was a known wrestler.
Why do I think of Bluto from Popeye when I see his name?
I
Bruno
don't know.
Bluto, he looks like him. He's a big guy. Look at that, you know? Like,
Oh man.
damn. Like, and who else was born on this date? Let's do a little bit of scrolling. Tony Greig, 1946, an English cricket captain, all-rounder from 1972 through 77, and commentator, born in Queenstown, South Africa, dying in 2012.
1948, Gary Adams, Northern Irish Republican, president of Sinn Féin. 1983 till 2018, born on the Balmurphy, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Wow.
Interesting. Yeah. He looks like a professor, you know?
Okay. 1968, Elizabeth Shue, American actress, cocktail, Back to the Future, Part 2, born in Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, so I guess she was Marty McFly's squeeze in the second one. She replaced the other actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then let's see here. Moving on. Well, that appears to be the end of birth, so I'm going to move us on into death. Starting in 404, we have Eudoxia Ayala, an empress of Austria, dies. Well, yeah, that happens. But she just, I guess, apparently she's just like, bleh, dead. So. Then we have George Childress, died on this date in 1841. He was an American lawyer and statesman, author of the Texas Declaration of Independence. Committed suicide at the age of 37. Well, that sucks. So, I wonder why he did that. But he was the author of the Texas Declaration of Independence. That's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah. Also, 1892, Alfred Tennyson, writer and British poet, Lanceret, the charge of the Light Brigade, dies at 83.
Dang. I wonder if he has any relations to Ben Tennyson, you know, from Ben 10, the cartoon show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Also, 1969, Walter Hagen, American golfer, 11 major titles, U.S. Open, 1914 to 1919, dies of throat cancer. It's 67.
76.
Well, 76.
Yeah. And we have Anwar Sadat, 1981, was the third president of Egypt from 1970 through 81, assassinated by fundamentalist army officers at the age of 62. Well, that's not nice. Then Bette Davis. Oh, she's got Bette Davis eyes. Died on this date in 1989. She was a U.S. actress, all about Eve and White Mama. Died at the age of 81.
2006, Buck O'Neil, American Baseball Hall of Fame coach, first African American coach in the MLB, and first baseman. NGL, not gonna lie.
I think that stands for N-word League.
Oh, okay. World Series, 1942, Negro League, All-Star, Kansas City Monarchs, died at 94.
NGL, let me see here. NGL, baseball. Let's see here. The Negro League Baseball. So, yep. And I'm just reading this. I'm not saying it. Well, unfortunately, I am saying it, but I'm reading it too. And my other monitor decided to die. So, unfortunately, I gotta unplug this, and you're gonna see some of the background. So, let's see here. Pop this into the underbar. So, there we go. Save that. Move back up into here. You have Uno Mas. Ooh. Rip.
2019, Rip Taylor, American actor and comedian, The Gong Show. $1.98 beauty show, dies at 88. Oh, damn, man.
That sucks.
You know they brought back the Gong Show at one point.
What is the Gong Show?
It's like this comedy, like this little talent comedy show.
I can just look this up. Gong Show. The Gong Show. Let's see here. It was a U.S. amateur talent contest franchised by Sony Pictures Television to many countries. That's interesting. I'm going to add this into the underbar here.
Yeah, the last host was Mike Myers.
Austin Powers? Mike Myers?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. In 2020, 2 years ago, we lost Eddie Van Halen, a Dutch-U.S. rock guitarist. Van Halen, You Really Got Me, and Jump died of throat cancer at the age of 65.
Not forget, he also did the guitar for Beat It.
Beat it, beat it, beat it.
Yeah, he did that.
Nice. Put an egg in your shoe and beat it. So, anyway, then 2020 as well, we got Johnny Nash, a U.S. pop reggae soul singer, songwriter, and record producer. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.
Yeah.
Right? Was I right? Or is that...
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Hold on a second. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. So it says here Jimmy Cliff. And is this the same guy I just said? No, Johnny Nash. So this is a different song. So I can see clearly now, what's this guy's name again? Johnny Nash. So let's see here. Okay, well, I'm not going to play it due to copyright things, but this guy, he died at the age of 80, so that's unfortunate. Anyway, that's going to conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar, the description for any links you may find interesting, which includes but is not limited to all things Omni Coalition. This is my own personal YouTube channel. Our group, called the Omni Coalition, as I said, has its own YouTube channel. It has a Rumble. It has a BitChutes. So go check those out. Give that some love. And that also has links to
Join TV on Twitch.
Yeah, go check him out. Follow him, subscribe, whatever it is. Favorite, I don't know, star, love, whatever. Anyway, for your notes of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
Central.
And with that said, we are going to try to start this upcoming Sunday hosting the show at 9 in the morning rather than 10. So it's going to be 1 hour earlier. I'm moving things around because if you may or may not have noticed, we started doing a news show, NEWS, Notable Events, Weather, and Sports, at between 2 to 3 Pacific time, depending. So I'm still moving things around. So anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
I'm Sohin.
And you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then,